have sickle cell anemia. I've been on Social Security since about 2003. They took me off in about 2018. To my knowledge, I was cut off because I didn't have enough hospital stays.
They decided that due to some changes in one of the conditions that she had, she no longer qualified for disability benefits. So she spoke to somebody at the hospital about that, who referred the case to us to assist her with appealing the termination of benefits.
They told me I was no longer considered disabled, even though my sickness is a lifetime thing. I will never grow out of it, never get rid of it. So far, I have had my spleen removed. I had a tumor removed from my head. I have had bleeding in the back of my eyes. I just found out I had a silent stroke without knowing. So sickle cell can cause a lot of things.
We represented her for an appeal hearing that happened in December of 2020. Unfortunately, she was denied there. And so then we needed to continue to appeal the case. After you're denied by a judge for disability, you can request review to something called the Appeals Council. The Appeals Council did agree that the judge had not assessed her case properly. They sent it back for another hearing, but it was before the same judge who, not surprisingly, came to the same conclusion. This time, again, that was, I believe, in 2022. And I knew that, it wasn't that she didn't want to work in any way. She really was trying to work as much as she could, and this whole time consistently had been working up to 15, 20 hours a week or so at her employer. But any time that she had tried to increase her working in response to needing money for herself and her kids, she would have even more severe health problems.
I used to work up to 20 hours, but it started being too much on my body, on my back. So I cut it down to 12 hours. My hematologist cut it down to 12 hours. I am grateful for my job because I'm in a union. I've been at my job for 18 years. So it's times I have been in the hospital for almost 3 weeks and still was able to come home to a job. For example, December last year, I got my pituitary gland removed. I was in the hospital from December 11th until January 6th. So it's no way with a regular job, I can work full time.
I appealed again, and eventually she was put on for another hearing. This was the third one now. This was in January of 2025, and this time before a different judge. And thankfully, finally this time, after over 4 years of working on the case, finally able to get approved.
All I can do is praise the Lord when I got it in the mail and it had said favorable. All I can do is cry and praise the Lord and call Rich and tell Rich it had said favorable. It was times I wanted to give up. I just wanted to tell Rich, forget it. It was constantly denied. And I was tired of fighting, to be honest. And Rich was like, nope, we're going to appeal it again. And I'm glad he did, because the last one we won.